Hello everyone, welcome in. Hope everyone's doing well today. I know this is a very unusual stream, because I don't normally stream on Sundays. I also normally start stream an hour and a half ago. So, yes, happy 420. Masked Link, congratulations on being first on YouTube side. And Oclium, congratulations on being first to Twitch. So, happy Egg Day as well, yes. Alright, before we get started, welcome-ins to everyone. Masked Link, hello. Oclium, Ray, Zeriod, Vala, Bob, hello, welcome into everyone. I just have to say, it is certainly something. It's honestly really funny that all of this just happens to line up perfectly. Just for today being Easter and everything. But what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna spend too long on this scene. I'm gonna get the other scene up and running because, well, you'll see. Placid Plastic Duck Simulator. That is the quote-unquote game I'm gonna be playing today. Now, all this is... Hello, Paris. Hello, welcome in. Happy Easter. Now, all this is watching ducks. That's it. Ooh, lag. Hold on, let me... I'm just gonna do this for the sake of it. Just to try not to lag too much. Very nice, Zeriad. My day's been pretty good. So... It was one of my first streams. I completely forgot about that stream, I'll be honest. That was Duck Simulator. Duck Simulator 2, specifically. 20th, 420. Okay. I want to kind of go through and talk about my experience for the past few years, right? It's the 2-year anniversary for me. And I will say, it was completely unrelated to the fact that it was 420. Unrelated to the meme of 420. So, 2 years ago, I decided that I wanted to start streaming consistently. Now, I had streamed a few times prior to this. It was heavily varied when I would do it. I was a mute streamer. I used a notepad document to kind of type out what I wanted to say. And during that, I played Super Hot, and I played, you know, Sonic Colors was another one that I played. But I only streamed, like, maybe 5 times at all prior to, you know, this day 2 years ago. However, this day 5 years ago has quite a bit of importance to me. So, 5 years ago today, I was watching a little stream from the creator of VR Funny. You know, someone who, at the time, did a lot of YouTube compilations of VR chat streamers. I was sitting, I was lurking on the stream, and they end stream. And they raid someone. Now, I know a lot of you know them, but there are some of you who don't. They raided a little someone known as Ellie-Cat VR. And so, that was the day that I really got... Zariad. It was that day that kind of started my journey into not only becoming who I am, but also kind of started the journey of what I wanted to be. Because I had wanted to be a content creator for a long-ass time. But ultimately, I didn't know what type I wanted to be. There wasn't a lot that I knew about. But I became friends with this person, and over time started to get an understanding of being on stream, I guess. And it was just one of those things that is the date that I attribute to my growth as a person. And so this was a very special day for me. So what I ended up doing was when I decided that I wanted to stream actively. It was around early April when I decided that. And I just need to decide on a date. And I thought, what better date than, well, today. So that's what I did. And that is why today is the anniversary and not some other day. Completely unrelated to the haha weed number. But I've also come a long way since starting streams. When I started, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't. But I'll say this much. Obviously, I've been working a lot on Kirby stuff for the past year and a half. Yeah, I mean, I could have, but like I said, it was completely unrelated to the meme that I started. But no, I was working on the Kirby stuff, and I'm gonna get to that later. But I took a break. And this break wasn't a I'm not doing work break. It was a I have too much work to do and not enough time to do it break. It was very overwhelming, and I didn't know if it was worth it to keep going. And so I did a bit of deep diving with some helpful, thought-provoking prompts from ChatGPT. So, okay, bit of context there. My thoughts on AI or that it's a tool that can be used for various things. People just tend to use it for things that I don't agree with their use. But I've always kind of seen it as a good, like, launch-off point. Where it's like, you're kind of stuck at a place, and you need just something to kick off a thought process. Go ahead and type something into an AI, have it have a response back to you, and you can just kind of think about what it says. That's something that I feel like is fine. That's using AI for something that isn't a bad thing as a whole. And one of the things I really like about that is I started using it to kind of straighten out my thoughts. Because, you know, everyone says, oh yeah, try journaling and stuff like that. That's never really worked for me. Okay, masked link. So, the 420 meme is, obviously today is April 20th, but at 420 is the time that, potheads would smoke. It just, so 420 became synonymous with weed. That's all the meme is. Anyway, it was the sort of thing where it's like journaling never really worked for me. Because I would get my thoughts down, but they would be so jumbled that I wouldn't be able to get all of them down at all. So what I've been able to do with ChatGPT and stuff like that is I'd be able to kind of have an initial thought, type it in, and the way that their sort of process works, it would kind of streamline my thought process. It wouldn't think for me. In fact, I wouldn't even call it, like, I wouldn't even call it a therapist in that case. It's just kind of a discussion simulator to kind of get my thoughts in order and realize what I want, what I actually think about some things. And one of the things that I started doing was I started talking to it about this kind of burnout. And it really, what it did was it gave me a question. It said, if there were 0 expectations of you, money wasn't important, viewership wasn't important, what would you want to do with your content? That was the question that was asked to me. And I had never really thought about that. And this kind of came as a discussion around, like, I don't know, the best way I can put it is, like, this feeling that I'm putting so much effort into something that isn't Oclium, technically, no. Here's how that works, okay? So there is a YouTuber called Doug, who I would highly recommend for this. So I'm just gonna summarize it. But what it does is it's a mathematical process. It's not actually picking things together. What it does is it takes the prompt and then mathematically decides what it feels like the next word should be. And it does this over and over and over again. And sure, it might take the idea from other, like, sources and stuff like that. But the issue comes when those sources are kind of buried in a bunch of other kind of pointless sources. And it's the sort of thing where it's like, I'm not using it for research or anything like that. I'm just using it to kind of think about my process. Like I said, I use it more as a tool to get a jumping off point more so than to have, like, an actual product or anything like that. That's what I feel like the problem is people tend to use it for the final product as opposed to getting a jumping off point. Like, I'll be 100% honest, this name, it was a jumping off point from ChatGPT prompts. I made it my own. I didn't put into ChatGPT and type in "give me a VTuber name" and this popped out. What it ended up doing was, it started, like, I re-rolled this like countless times, but it gave me the name Azure as like kind of a sort of nominal sort of thing. And I liked that. So I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Now, I want something that's a bit more water-themed and maybe a slight bit of, like, fire. And what it ended up coming out with is Azure Sea Flame after quite a while. So what I ended up doing is I took Azu from Azure. Mar is, Gaelic? It's either Gaelic or Latin. I don't remember. Probably a bit of both. For sea. And he, or in this case, you know, E, because of how I have it pronounced, is Japanese for flame. So I made it my own. It didn't spit this out, but I had that kind of jumping off point of like hey, I have these ideas, but I don't know, I can't come up with any, like, sure thoughts. And it sort of started popping things out. I picked some things that I liked and kind of twisted it to make it my own, as opposed to just being, hey, here's a name. Okay, I'll take that name. Does that make sense? Anyway, kind of the idea that came out of this discussion, hello Country Shape, by the way, is that idea of if there were no limitations and I would just make content, what sort of content would I make? And when I thought about it, I realized I would just make what I'm doing now. I enjoy this sort of stuff. I enjoy sitting here chatting with you guys. And I enjoy this sort of idea of just being able to play games. You know, not get holed into, like, playing specific games, like Splatoon or something. But just being able to play games as I wanted. And honestly, there's stuff that I want to do that I can't do just yet. Namely, one of the big things I want to do is I want to do a collab with someone at some point. I want to get together with a couple of VTubers and play some sort of game together. I think that would be fun. But you know, it's the sort of thing where I'm not at that point yet. I kind of need to grow my own stuff first. But that kind of helped solidify for me the type of content creator I want to be. I don't want to be disingenuous and fall into an algorithmic hole. I want to just enjoy what I'm doing. And my issues started coming up because just doing what I'm doing isn't having instant growth like I see some people having. But it's fine because I have my integrity. I'm keeping my integrity. And from here on out, my content won't change. At least, not without me changing alongside it. So that was just something. I forgot the train of thought that led there. But yeah, I enjoy this. And I'm glad that you're all here enjoying it with me. Really, I am. It's very cliche, but I really could not be doing this without you guys. But okay, whoops. I did not prep for something that I probably should have. Give me just a second. I want to try and find something. We go here. All right. Yeah, okay. So, my first stream that I ever did was January 5th of 2022. So it's been a little over 3 years. But my first active stream was much later. Let me see. Does this go back far enough? It's taking longer than I would hope. Alright, there we go. This does go back far enough. Awesome. Okay. I have it prepped, but, Akliam, give it a pat for me. I have to use the restroom real quick. So I am going to BRB. You know how it is. I will be running a 3-minute ad just to, you know, give it some extra time. And I will be back shortly. huge apologies. I have returned. That took a bit longer than I was expecting. Sorry. Alright. Now, I want to go through and talk about and look at okay. This is going to look stupid for a moment. Okay. This right here. So you know what? Gonna move this one. Just to keep it on screen. But I want to see how much has changed over the last year. Alright, Bob. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Now, I have no clue what sort of stuff ends up. Oh, hey, my music. I don't remember what sort of stuff I ended up talking about. I don't remember. But no, not really. You didn't miss anything. Probably elves. So, obviously you can see this was a different username. Over the past year I did rebrand. That is something that generally happened. Can I make this higher quality, please? Still not great. Specifically because I feel like that would be the easiest thing to be like, okay, this is a thing, we're moving on, right? Because if we're going for there's a race that's always been in existence, Dragonborn. Or just dragons in general. Like kobolds, Dragonborn, just base dragons. I don't remember the context, but I think I started doing like an AMA sort of thing. I think if they suddenly came into existence, it would cause a lot of issues. It would cause a lot of struggle. I don't actually know. Ah, hello. Anyway, the sort of context around me playing Minecraft. No. You have to use it. Was essentially this idea of when I was younger I watched a Minecraft YouTuber and they're kind of what inspired me to want to be a content creator in the first place. That was kind of the general concept of it. That's why I went for Minecraft in this case. In the case of Plastic Duck Simulator, it's just a matter of it's something easy to put on. But obviously you can see a lot of just generalized stuff. Hello, what the fuck just Like, at this point, I was dual streaming. I was still dual streaming at this point. Yes. Yes, it is. That is called Parkour Spiral. It is one of the most downloaded Minecraft maps. It's actually a lot of fun. I enjoy Minecraft parkour. I enjoy parkour in any game. But you know, that's aside from the point. Will we ever get an Asmari server? Maybe. I say maybe solely because if I do, it'll be a long way down the line. And just because I'll have to, like, pay for a server, have it up and running. It'll probably be locked to members/subscribers only. Something along those lines. Just so that a bunch of people aren't joining it just because of, you know, just so they're not joining it for the sake of being in a Minecraft server. Does that make sense? But yeah. Obviously, a lot design-wise has changed. A lot on how I run things has changed. Because, obviously, you're seeing now, I don't have my game full screen anymore. Oh, gotta love that. Okay. Like you can see, I don't go through and have a full screen game anymore. I have it in this box that's here. My background was an actual, whoops, wrong thing. Was like an actual, like, moving background. It's just one of those things where it's like, that side of things stopped because my PC couldn't handle it. In fact, my PC is barely handling the game, VTube Studio, music, and this video running all at the same time. So I will stop the video. But I'm also going to find... Oh, yeah, no. I'm going to be getting a new PC at some point this year. Like, guaranteed. The reason why I'm saying guaranteed is because, I applied for an actual, like, IRL job. And once I start having income, I'll be able to buy stuff, like upgrades and whatnot. Okay. The next thing I want to find is I want to find the first stream I did from the standpoint of I want to find the stream I did 2 years ago today, if it's still available. Which I doubt. I'll be honest, I doubt it is. Yeah, it looks like I won't be able to find it. Let me see if I have it saved. Go for it, Zariad. Was it this? I doubt it. I don't think it was this. Yeah, no, it wasn't that. Yes. What is your question, Zariad? Oh, my PC is not liking me right now. Oh. There we go. Anime lady doesn't want... Ray, thank you so much for the subscription.
Hut 2 anniversaries.
Yeah. It is an anniversary of all anniversaries. Certainly an anniversary of all time. How is that possible? She said my name. Yeah, I don't touch parasocial relationships. Yeah. Okay. Ah, well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ray. I really appreciate it. Found it. I do have it. I may be closing some stuff, just for a bit. Okay. Just for a moment. Save it there. I do have access to it. This was my original logo that I quote-unquote designed. It has since largely changed, obviously. But so the thing with this was a tattoo I found. Specifically the clover with the dragon. There were flames with it that I took off, but I largely just took that and edited it. Obviously, that's very gone by the wind, but I completely designed this one on my own. So I'm a lot more proud of this one. Oh, Pyrus, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, that is full volume. This was my original background and the original look of my character. I didn't. The bitrate is horrible on this recording. That is not the stream, even though the stream is also probably dying. That is the video. And this is the base file. This isn't even like... this isn't even like YouTube upload. Yeah, so the original design... You see the avatar right off the bat? You can see a little bit show up every once in a while. I was so quiet. I mean, I'm still quiet to an extent, but... Yeah, so... Okay. The original design had eyes of the same color. They were originally supposed to be something between sea green and emerald green. Originally. Then you have the blue hair with the sea green tips. That was the original design. I didn't even have a heart gem yet. That was how early this design was. One of the other things about this design... Hello there, stalker. Technically... Do I... Okay. I don't zoom in on it. It doesn't look like. So let me try and... This looks awkward, but... If you look at the eyes... They have clovers in them. obviously my original design dealt a lot more with clovers as kind of like a iconography. That is also vastly changed. Like, clovers are not a part of my design at all anymore. But yeah, originally I didn't have heterochromia. That was a much later thing. I played Mirror's Edge at first. Then my PC decided to die. Then I played Dream Buffet? I played Dream Buffet on my first stream? Well, there you go. I guess Kirby has been with me a lot longer than I realized. I completely forgot I played Dream Buffet before. You know, before the series. Wow. But yeah, this was because even back then.
It works. English is not that's not necessarily true. English is decided by the majority. That's why slang is a thing. And I clicked off screen.
I had a lot of issues playing this game, which is why I ended up stopping playing it.
Alright, I want to get to the next kind of mark point. Let me see.
Wow, okay. Like, this is insane to me. Thank you for the hype train, guys. I really appreciate it, I do.
No, someone took it.
Wow.
Dream park that can make dreams come true. Okay, yep, that is definitely... This game is definitely the result of someone's game. I am just saying.
I have not changed. Wow, okay. I'm a lot more open about this sort of stuff, I'll be honest.
I just want... Oh gosh, I haven't played that in ages.
But yeah, I have vastly changed as a person and as a creator. But at the same time, I have not changed at all. My humor has largely stayed the same. You can see the line from my Switch capture card there. But yeah, this is... I forgot I played this so early. That is insane. Huh. Okay. Well, I don't know if I have that Duck Simulator game. I don't know if I still have that stream saved. Because that would have been after that. Would have been 2023. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Huh. Okay. Well, let me get Duck game back up. Give it a second. Come on. Alright. Leave this running once again. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's definitely it's been quite a journey so far. And I hope to continue this journey alongside you guys. I really do. Now, I want to talk a bit about the future. What my plans are, how things are going with videos and stuff like that. I may, heavy emphasis on may, be cutting back streams some more. I know the past like 3 weeks or so I have streamed a lot less than I have been in the past. But my kind of thought on it is I have not taken a proper break in a while. And I know I just took this break recently and I said that was going to be a proper break. It wasn't. I did nonstop editing. So I'm thinking I might take a break. Like an actual full do-nothing break for like a week or two. Not now, obviously. I've got too much going on. But at some point in the near future. Apart from that, it's a matter of... I think I would cut back solely so I can focus more on having time for editing. Like, one of the big things that kind of came out of me editing the Kirby stuff is that I enjoy editing. I really do. I have a talent for editing. I've been told as much. But I'm a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that. So I really need a lot of time to do edits on stuff. Now, I would like to start posting to the YouTube channel more. However, if I do that, I'm gonna need to focus a lot more of my time on recording videos and editing videos. Which means I'll be cutting back on streams significantly. Not so much that I'm doing like, you know, a stream a month or anything like that, but I might be doing 1, maybe 2 a week. Just so I can focus a lot more time and energy on videos and getting stuff out that way. Speaking of, how the Kirby stuff is going. Very slowly. So, for context, the first video was supposed to go out tomorrow. That is not going to happen. What I've decided is I am going to finish editing the first video. It's still not done. And I'm going to post it a week from today. The anniversary of the Kirby series. I'm going to post the first video on the anniversary. So, from there, I'm going to keep editing all the stuff, and I will start putting out videos as I edit them. So realistically, the first one is the only one that has any sort of specific date, we'll say. So, kind of to go off of that, I I have been massively shitposting in the edit because when I get burnt out and when I get brain dead, I become a shitposter, apparently. Like, don't know if any of you have seen it. If you're in my Discord server, you've probably seen it. Which, by the way, !Discord in Twitch chat if you want to join the server. But this is an actual frame from my edit. So enjoy that when it comes out. I'll probably, at some point this week, take a couple screenshots from the edit and post them as a YouTube channel post. My first one. As kind of like a sneak peek to the video. But yeah. That's kind of how that's going to be going in the near future. Now, we're starting to come up to the end of the stream. Just because I wasn't originally supposed to stream today, being a holiday mixed with being a Sunday, so I don't have too much extra time. But one of the things, I did this last year, I'm gonna do it this year. I didn't do it on stream last year. I'm going to do it on stream this year. I think at this point. Hello, Babsu, welcome in. So, it's a Sunday. This is when I normally post my schedules. I'm gonna post my schedule on the YouTube channel now because I'll be in that menu. So you'll get kind of a sneak peek at my plan for this week before I post it anywhere else. But I think you're good. All right. So, I have this schedule stream scheduled out to this date next year. But I never plan to go live on this. Just go through and do that. Really? Are you kidding me? Hold on, give me a sec. There we go. Alright. This is the date the schedule is set to quote-unquote go live. You can only set a date 2 years in advance. So on every anniversary from now on, I will be live editing this VOD to be pushed out another year. Delayed another year, if you will. So, there it is. There we go. It has been 2 years, and I plan to do this for quite a bit more. I really do. I enjoy this. I'm glad you guys could come around and join me on this journey. You know what? While I'm here, I'm just gonna show you 18 more years. I'm gonna be doing this till I'm 90. Deadpool and Wolverine reference, by the way, if you didn't get it. This is my Kirby video script. This is how long the script is. Categorized by era, recorded in the span of 4 hours, and to showcase where I'm at in the edit, I am here-ish. This is page 12 of 69. That's how far into the edit I am. Or page 13, sorry. The next era, and when the first video ends, is page like 18-ish. So, yes, that is quite something. Yes, I do. I have known this. Now, the edit itself, it is going well. I really enjoy what I've made so far in the edits. Ultimately, it's the sort of thing where I don't have much of a say in how long the edit takes. Because ultimately, if it were up to me, my level of standard would be I can get the entire video done in 2-3 days. But my level of my level of quality that I refuse to put out less than is making it take a lot longer than I was hoping. So it's gonna be quite a while. First video, I need to re-edit some sections of it to make it fit more with the idea of the anniversary. But you should get all of the videos. Never mind. You won't get all the videos before the next Kirby game comes out, because it comes out in a month and a half. You know, I'm probably going to rush through some of the edit. I'm probably going to cut a bunch of stuff that was originally fluffed in. Filming crew. No, if I could pay editors, I would. Not because I want to hoist the work off to someone else, but so I can get it done in a timely manner. I would be editing stuff myself on top of the editor's editing stuff. That's just the level that I have for it. But oh, okay with doing grunt work though. Yeah, back when I was going through and reviewing the VODs, I was very overzealous in how much I thought I would be able to do. When I started, I was counting deaths. That was a dropped point. I started counting deaths at the start. I stopped counting deaths around 320. I don't have an unlurk command, but welcome back, Bob. Yeah, I stopped counting deaths around 320-ish. That was in game 3. But yeah. I'll jump to this. So, it's been 2 years since I started this whole streaming thing. Can I say I expected to be where I am now? No, I can't. In fact, there's a lot of things that came on a whim over the past 2 years and largely changed the course of everything I thought I was ever gonna do. Indy, thank you for the follow. I ultimately never expected Kirby to be such a staple for me in terms of my streaming career. Hello, hello. I fully expected, I expected to fall into some sort of game niche. I was not expecting it to be Kirby. It's really fitting that my first stream was Kirby's Dream Buffet. Ultimately. It really was. But after all is said and done, thank you. I do remember Kirby Air Ride. Indy, if you go to my YouTube channel, the latest video I have up, not stream, video, it's my reaction to the Nintendo Direct, the Switch 2 Nintendo Direct. If you want to watch that, you'll see my response to Kirby Air Ride stuff. I don't have a YouTube link. I really need to get my website back up and running, don't I? But yeah, I will actually grab the link to that specific video for you real quick. But yeah, no, I very much so never expected this to be as much of a staple as it was for me. So ultimately, Kirby is definitely going to be something I continue messing with. Yeah. I'll probably go through and I'll try doing speedruns again at some point. But ultimately, there's not much I can do about it. I'm excited to see what the future holds. I'm gonna try and take this year and be a lot more open with my content. I'm going to try and see if I can't figure out a way to get someone on dial for some collab stuff. I'm gonna try and see if I can't, uh, once I get a new PC, try and see if I can't go through and, make something even bigger and better. But for now, thank you everybody so much for coming by. I hope you all have a wonderful time zone. Make sure you take care of yourself, drink some water, get some rest, all that good stuff. And thank you for 2 years. Mwah.